Jayden Daniels versus Michael Penix is about to be a movie. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Abdul here, coming at you with another video for the channel. And then today, guys, I'm here talking about a rookie showdown, Sunday Night Football. What else could you ask for? Before I get into this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And let's get straight to the video. First time in NFL history, two rookie quarterbacks will be facing off on prime time. That's kind of crazy that up until this point that hasn't happened. But you see the title, you see the thumbnail, Jayden Daniels versus Michael Penix. I'm excited, dude. I really am. Jayden Daniels coming off a five touchdown performance against the number one defense, the Philadelphia Eagles, tying. I don't know if he tied or he broke Mark Rippon's record in 1991, whatever it was. I mean, what a year Jayden Daniels has had. And for the naysayers saying that Bo Nix still has a chance to win Rookie of the Year, I'm sorry. Even the Brock Bauer stands, we can make a case there, but it all comes down to QB in this league. That position wins you games, and Jayden Daniels has excelled this year. So facing off against Michael Penix. First off, I want to say Northwest Stadium, there better be a majority of Commanders fans, man. I know in the past we've seen away teams flood our home stadium, but I mean, I don't expect Atlanta Falcons fans to drive all the way up here. And although there's a lot on the line, you know, the Atlanta Falcons, if they win and Tampa Bay loses, I think they get the division of the playoffs or something like that. And if the Commanders win, we're in the playoffs. And also, if even before the game, there's a chance the Commanders could already make the playoffs if the Bucks lose to the Panthers. So, in a way, this is a very interesting situation. Obviously, the last 2 weeks in the NFL with the new week, it's cool to see the scenarios of what this if this happens, this happens, this needs to happen because if this happens. But for the Commanders, 10-5, potentially it could be 12-5, and it would be so sweet if they could win out and the Eagles found managed a way to lose out. They played Dallas this week. I could see them losing, and if they lose, you have the Giants the next week. Now, obviously, the Giants, I mean, they're tanking. That's one that they're doing good right now, and I would want them to see. I would for two reasons why it would be awesome for them to win. Philly loses out, and we get the division, and also the Giants ruin their draft pick, and they probably drop from one to like three or four. So it kind of helps us both ways, but I just don't see it happening. But going back to this game, Michael Penix, I mean, he had his first start last week against the Giants. It's the Giants. He had a solid game. He's very, I wouldn't say he's a very mobile quarterback, but I mean, he can sling it, you know, left hand like Vic. He out of Washington. It's so funny because Jayden Daniels beat him in winning the Heisman. I think he was the finalist alongside Jayden Daniels. There's a lot of headlines going into this game. So he had an interception last week, but a lot of that was on Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, man, if there's any game where the Commanders, it'd be so Commanders like if Kyle Pitts goes off on this game. So with the Falcons, you got Drake London. He is dealing with an injury. I think he'll be able to play. I mean, he's a solid receiver. In my opinion, he's just a slower Mike Evans and the big body framework. Darnell Mooney is really good. Bijan Robinson, amazing back. What a year he's been having. And for the Falcons, let's be real. They were 6-2 at one point, I think. And they just found a way to crumble. A lot of that you could blame on Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins is not the QB anymore. They gave the keys to this young rookie. And I expect Jayden Daniels to outduel Michael Penix in this game. When it comes to Jayden, his ability to move out of the pocket, his pocket awareness, his definition of checkdowns is just running. And you can see when it comes to his ability to make moves, make defenders miss, you know, his it's literally like you can't find that else anywhere else in the league, especially as a rookie. So Jayden, I expect a better game. This game, I don't expect two interceptions. That's what I mean. That first interception overthrew Luke McCaffrey. It is what it is. Second one, I mean, what are you doing? I expect our defense to. I think the noise, the crowd, and our defense will get to Michael Penix. I just think, you know, he's a young guy. He's going to make some mistakes. That last week when Frankie Louvu did a great job of disguising himself going to the flat, and he just stayed in the middle and fooled Kenny Pickett and got an interception. So stuff like that, I expect him to have a big game. But our offense, I expect Terry to have a good game. Him against AJ Terrell. Terry versus AJ Terrell. I mean, that's been something these past couple of years. We face off against the Falcons. I know you guys remember the last time, or sorry, the second to last time we played the Falcons. Deron Payne left hand up, tips it, Kendall Fuller gets an interception. And last year when we faced the Falcons, Sam Howell had three touchdowns, but Desmond Ridder was just awful. Jamin Davis had the game-winning pick. So this game, this it means a lot. It really means a lot. I expect Brian Robinson to have a. I expect our B Rob, not their B Rob, to have a good game. Two fumbles, multiple fumbles, first time in his career last week against the Eagles. I don't expect that to happen again. Obviously, I mean, Zacchaeus, he used to be a former Falcon. So this is gonna be a revenge game for him as well. Zach Ertz just utilize their offense to the best ability. This Atlanta Falcons team defensively, I mean, outside of Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons, Matthew Judon, they have some nice pieces, but they haven't been able to stop the run. They haven't been able to stop the pass. So I expect our offense to excel. If you put up 36 points against the number one defense, imagine what you're going to do against an Atlanta Falcons defense that is arguably bottom 10, bottom five. I think defensively. Again, this could be a shootout. I could see this going like 30 plus points, similar to this Eagles game. But I think we just match up better. Special teams needs to be on point. Zane Gonzalez needs to make his field goals. I want to see Luke McCaffrey. I want to see him score his first touchdown. It would be awesome. This is the last home game. I think if and unless something crazy happens, if we get a home game in the playoffs, and if we make the playoffs, I expect it to be a crazy atmosphere. Michael Penix again, nothing too crazy, nothing too shabby. There's a reason why the Falcons didn't want to roll with him at the beginning of the season. Now, when they realize that they're going to get rid of Kirk Cousins, and honestly, going into the season, I was excited for this game because Kirk Cousins here back in Washington. He played here in Minnesota, but hadn't played here in Atlanta in his first year. So I'm excited. I expect this place. I expect Northwest Stadium to be packed. I expect zero Falcons fans to make that trip. I expect us to go out there and get a win. Will I say it will be a blowout? I don't think so. I could see us winning by just like I feel like it could be a type of game where we're winning by a lot, or where it's like we're not scoring, but we're basically dominating the game, whether it's time of possession, whether it's a turnover battle. Another thing, the turnover battle. We can't, again, you can't have five turnovers and expect us to win the game. That rarely happens, especially when it's against a team like the Atlanta Falcons. We can put up 30 points. Again, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney, man, I've been a big fan of him when he came out of college. I've been a big fan of him when he came out of college, and he's been having a really good year. So again, got to contain Kyle Pitts. Ever since his rookie year, really hasn't done anything here in the league. But I remember last year he had a touchdown against the Falcons, and I think that, or against the Commanders, and that was his like first touchdown of the year, of course. So if there's any time for a first touchdown or something record to be broken, Commanders might be the team to give you that. But yeah, man, I'm happy. The Commanders are 10-5. This is going to be an epic Sunday night football game. We're about to go crazy post game when if the Commanders come. No, I don't want to say if when the Commanders come out top. I know I'm talking a lot, coming off my high horse because a lot of you guys were doubting me about this Eagles team and how how the Commanders or how the Eagles should fear the command or should have feared the Commanders on Sunday. And obviously, Jalen Hurts went down. It is what it is. Next man up. But yeah, man, the Commanders Sunday night football. Michael Penix versus Jayden Daniels. Drake London versus Terry McLaurin. Hopefully Marshawn Lattimore plays. I want to see him and Drake London match up. B Rob versus RB Rob. Raheem Morris versus Dan Quinn. I don't know if they have history, but all familiar names, all out of headlines. And this was flexed actually. This was supposed to be a 1 o'clock game, but the game that was supposed to be on Sunday night was I think Cincinnati or it was Cleveland. It was a very like boring game that no one would want to watch. So great job of the NFL for flexing it. Again, see when you have a quarterback in Jayden Daniels, you have the ability to play primetime games, and I expect Jayden Daniels to have a good game against this below average Atlanta Falcons defense. Again, be just make the easy plays, run the ball. Once you get the run game going, the passing game will open up. So RPOs, contain Drake London, Bijan Robinson. He is dangerous, but if you stop the run, they're gonna force the ball to Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Darnell Mooney. Just make Michael Penix look like a rookie. Again, he can sling it. He can run when he has to, but he's not that fast. So we'll be good. It'll be an exciting game. I can't wait. Let me know your guys' thoughts, your predictions. Appreciate y'all. We hit 600 subscribers on the way to 700. This is an amazing journey. Posting about the Commanders, my favorite team since I've been 2008, 2007. So I've been watching since like the Jason Campbell days, Donovan McNabb days. Man, now we have that chance to win a playoff game for the first time since '05. I can't believe it. It's a crazy world we're living right now in Commander world. With that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace. Out of the Commanders.